Hello and welcome. I'm going to share with you a story, and this story has helped me and given me a new perspective to life. It has enabled me to see life differently. There was this very rich man. This man was well-to-do, and everything was fine with him. The man was very prosperous, and he owed a lot of property. He had a contractor that executed only his projects. And this contractor was a dedicated worker for this rich man alone. He did not work for anyone else. So one day, the contractor came to the rich man and told him, "Boss, I think it is time for me to retire. I've been working for you for a very long time, and I think it is time for me to rest because I do not have the strength to continue." The rich man looked at him and said, "My friend, I know you are really tired and you need to rest. But I want you to do for me one more house. And when you are done building me that house, I will grant your wish. Then you can go and have your well-deserved retirement." The contractor reluctantly agreed. He agreed he was going to go ahead with the execution of this project. But in his heart, he was not happy. He grudgingly accepted the task. And when he went, he told himself he was going to do a shoddy work for this man. Anywhere that he needed to use 10 bags of cement, he would reduce it and use only 8 bags of cement to do the project. If there was a place where he needed to use just 10 head parts of sand, he will make it 12 so that he will have extra cement bags to go and sell and take care of his needs. If there was a place he needed to use 4 iron rods for a particular pillar, he will use 3, saving 1 so that he could sell it and do whatever he wanted to do with the money. He continued with this project, executing it in the sloppiest manner. He ended up building the house, but of course, it was poorly done, poorly executed, and the quality of the building was nothing to write home about. In his mind, he thought that the rich man was very ungrateful. After all those years that he had worked for the man, he expected that when the issue of retirement came in, the rich man would have been able to give him some money that would enable him to go and settle himself and at least get something for himself and get a befitting retirement. But instead, this rich man rather asked him to do one more project for him. After he was done building the house, he went to the house of the rich man and told him, "Boss, I have finished building your last house, and I think I can now go and have my well-deserved retirement." The rich man bowed his head for some time. He rose up and looked at him. He tapped him on the shoulder and said, "My friend, you have been a good and a faithful servant. You have worked for me for all these years. When you told me you were going on retirement, I didn't know exactly what to give you so that you will be happy for the work that you had done for me. I have seen that you have built for me one of the finest homes in town, and I'm very proud to have you as my employee. And now that you are going on retirement, there is no other way that I can compensate you for your services than for me to let you build the kind of house that you have just built for yourself. You see the key that you have just presented to me? I want to hand the keys back to you. That is the keys to your house. That last house you built is actually for you." The contractor could not believe his ears. He was totally dumbfounded. He thought it was the rich man that was going to take this house that was poorly constructed and that was done in a very shoddy fashion. He did not know that that particular last house he was building was actually his house. His head was full of shame, guilt, and despair. He could not believe it. He could not cry. He could not weep. And he could not also even tell the rich man what he had done. What is the takeaway message in this particular story? The Bible encourages us that whatever that we find to do with our hands, we should do it with all our hearts as if we are doing it unto God. When someone asks you to do something, if you know within your heart that you are not comfortable to do it, be honest with the person and tell them that you are not able to do it. Once you accept responsibility to execute that project, you also have the duty to execute it to the best of your ability. Once you take that step towards the implementation of the project, you must give it your all. You may not know how that project may go round to affect your life either positively or negatively. There are many of us today, when we get the opportunity to do people's work, we do it anyhow, we handle it anyhow, and we do not care what the consequences are. But the truth of the matter is that whatever that goes around comes around. As far as the sun shines in the east and settles in the west, as far as there is daytime and nighttime, sowing and reaping is constant. What that means is that whatever you sow, that is the same thing that you are going to reap. If he had continued in the execution of those projects that he had done, doing quality work for his boss all those years, he would have ended up with one of the best houses ever constructed in town, because he would have known exactly what he kept inside the building. But because he thought that, oh, I've been doing it well, but this time around, let me relax the rules, that is when there are problems. They define integrity as your ability to do the right thing even when no one is watching you. You have been doing well in your work. Just continue doing it. You have been serving God with all your heart. Do not give up. You have been faithful to your wife or your husband. You have been taking care of your parents. You have been doing your work in the office diligently. Do not stop halfway. Just keep on doing what you have been doing. If you stop in the middle, the day you decide to slack may be the day that you may be found wanting. The time that your star shines the brightest is the time the devil is knocking on your door. This is the end of the story, and I believe you have learned a lot from it. If you have any personal experience you want to share with me, please leave it on the comment section. Please subscribe to this channel if you are new here, so that you can get more of these contents. Remember to click on the notification bell so that you will receive notification of our videos anytime we upload any of them. And may God help us that we shall keep on pushing and keep on doing the right things and not give up no matter the situation. Thank you very much for watching. See you again next time. Bye-bye.